Hey guys, today I filmed this bright, colorful smoky eye. It's a very fun and dramatic look for spring and summer, so I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Please subscribe and let's get started. I already primed my eyes using the Painterly Paint Pot from MAC, and then I set it with a powder. The first eyeshadow that I'm going to use is Carnival. This is from Makeup Geek. It's a pretty lavender lilac kind of shade. I'm going to take that on my E35 brush from Sigma, and I'm just going to put this into the crease. I'm looking down into my mirror just so that I can really see my eye really good. And that way I'm able to see exactly where this color is going. If you have the mirror up like this or you're going into it, sometimes you can't see everything that's going on. Like if you're like this, you really can't see, but if you go like this, you can see more of your eyeball area. I'm just going in circular motions, just really buffing that all over the crease area, all the way into the inner part as well as the outer part of the crease. And 10 years later, I'm still doing it. Just take your time, just build it up using a little bit each time, and it will come out more pigmented as you go. I feel like that's even pretty just as it is. Just for like a nice light colorful look. You could just stop here if you want with that one color, but we're gonna make this dramatic. Now I'm just going in with my 242 brush from Makeup Forever with nothing on it, and I'm just going to blend out the edges. This really diffuses the eyeshadow, makes it look all blended and whatnot. Next, I'm gonna go into the Urban Decay Electric Palette, and I'm gonna take this color called Jilted. It's like a hot pinkish purpley shade. And I'm gonna work this on the inner and the outer corner as well as the crease and just kind of make this look a little bit more vibrant, deepen it up, and just add more pigmentation to the entire look overall. To do this, I'm using the E25 brush from Sigma. This does have tape on it because I got water in the ferrule when I was washing my brushes, and it separated the ferrule from the actual wooden part of the brush. To be honest, I actually like this E25 brush better than my other ones. I think that somehow it loosened it up, I don't know, and it just works really nice that way. I love this brush. And then I'm just going back into that Carnival shade that we used previously, and I'm just using that color to blend out this color just a little bit more. Next, I am going to take Masquerade from Makeup Geek. It is a shimmery foiled shadow, and it is a bright, bright purpley pink. So I'm gonna do the same thing, except I'm going to use the 242 brush from MAC to apply this shadow. I really wanna deepen this up, so I'm gonna go back into the Urban Decay Electric Palette, and I'm gonna take Urban. It is the truest, most electric purple that I've ever found in the makeup industry, and it's so pretty, especially when you pair it with the brighter pink colors. I feel like they really complement each other very well, so that's just really going to make these eyes pop even more and just take it to the next level. I'm applying this color with the 219 pencil brush from MAC. I'm just putting this color on the inner and the outer corner the most, and then I'm barely touching it into the crease area. I want the most pigment of this color to be on the inner and the outer corners mainly. So, and as you can see, I have a ton of follow underneath my eye here. That's why I didn't do my face makeup yet, because this stuff is gonna fall and stick. So if I did my foundation, that would be completely ruined. So whenever you're doing a super smoky eye or just any kind of eye that is going to have a lot of fallout, in my experience, it's just easier and best to do your foundation after the fact so that it doesn't mess up and you don't have to go back and redo it and all of that jazz. And then just go back in and blend it out. I'm just using whatever was left over on this E25 brush from Sigma. Also blending just these edges here and the inside part of the lid. I think I'm going to add a little bit of Chaos from the Electric Palette. It is a super electric bright blue. I don't know how this is gonna turn out, but I'm gonna use that pencil brush, tap a little bit, just a little bit on it, and do the inner and the outer corners. I'm gonna go into my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm gonna take the lightest shade here, and using my 239 brush from MAC, I'm gonna pick that up and just pop it right into the center. I'm just pressing it in. I'm not moving it around too much because I want it right here in the center. I'm gonna take that E25 brush from Sigma and just buff out the edges very lightly. I'm Not even buffing, I'm just kind of like petting the brush. I'm gonna take a little bit of this shadow. This is not necessary. It's fine how it is if you wanna leave it that way. I'm gonna take Stars and Rockets from MAC. It is a little bit of like a duochrome pinky purple. And I'm gonna take it on the E35 brush, tap off a lot of it and just dust it around, almost like haloing the eye. You really don't have to do that. I don't really see a difference. You can use a shimmery highlight on the brow if you want, or you can skip that step. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that same light color from the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette on that same brush that we used on the center of the lid. And I'm gonna use that right at the brow bone because the majority of the lid is really shimmery as it is. So I'm just going with a really matte highlight today. That kind of sounds really confusing, but it's going to brighten without being shimmery is basically what I mean. And then with that 242 brush with nothing on it, I'm gonna just blend out in between the two. For my mascara today, I'm gonna use the Too Faced Waterproof Better Than Sex Mascara. Just a thin coat because I am going to be applying some false lashes. Right now I'm applying the House of Lashes Iconic Lashes. They're super dramatic, they're spiky, they're full, they're just drama filled. So you can pick whatever lashes you want or don't do lashes. I also didn't do liner, but that's totally up to you. I just wanted the eyeshadow and the lashes to be the focus, so I didn't want to do a liner. Now that we've applied the lashes, I'm just gonna go ahead and clean this up, and then I'm gonna apply my face makeup. I'm gonna do the foundation, concealer, highlighting, contouring, all of that kind of stuff, and then I'll be back and I'm gonna show you the under eye area as well as the cheeks and the lips. I'm going to do a review of the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation. So I will link that up here in this part of the video so you can check that out as well, so you can see what that looks like and everything. So you're not really missing out, but I'm just gonna go ahead and move on to the under eye area right now. All right, so my foundation is on. Oh my gosh, I've got this itch. I'm gonna start by taking that Urban shade, this one. I'm gonna start by taking that Urban shade, which is the dark purple shade, and really, really closely to the lash line, I'm gonna use this short shader brush from Sigma just to really closely line it to the lashes. And I'm bringing my mirror up above and looking up into it. That way it doesn't make your eyes water, it doesn't irritate. If you go straight, it's gonna make you squint and it's gonna like, I don't know, it's gonna mess up everything. Kinda make it harder to apply. Next, I'm gonna take that Stars and Rockets eyeshadow from MAC that we lightly used up into the crease. And with this FX7 brush from Sigma, I'm just gonna buff that out and really smoke it out. Well, not smoke it out, just like bring it down and like make it really circular and blown out looking. I'm really using a ton of this color because I want this to look so just diffused and blown out and rounded. Yeah. Now I love how low and blown out this is, but sometimes when you bring your eyeshadow down that low, it can tend to look like a little bit of a bag. So to prevent that from happening, I'm gonna take this color here. This is Vanilla Bean from Makeup Geek. If you have a deeper skin tone, you're gonna wanna use something else. You're gonna wanna use something like Peach Smoothie or something that's closer to your skin tone. Very lightly, I'm gonna go right, I have to go like this, right at the edge and diffuse it just to make sure, just so that it doesn't get sloppy. And this has a little bit of a sheen to it, but you can't really see it once it's on your eye. And that way it looks a little bit more airbrushed and diffused as opposed to this one. Just want to deepen up right at the lash line a touch. So I'm going to take M928 from Makeup Forever, just a little bit of it, and put it right at the lash line. In the waterline, I'm gonna take my Rimmel Scandalized Nude Liner. We'll see if I can even get this on camera. I think I'm gonna take a mixture of nylon and shroom. I'm gonna mix these two together. You don't have to do that. You can use whatever you want. You can skip this step, but I'm just gonna brighten up this inner part. I'm going closer to my nose than I usually do just because this is such a blown out look that it blows out into that inner corner as well. So I don't want to like take away from that, but I also want to brighten a little bit because it got a little dark. I'm going to apply the Too Faced Better Than Sex Waterproof Mascara to my bottom lashes just to balance out the top. I feel extra fierce when I fill in my freckle. It is very, very faint once I put on my concealer and everything, but it's right there. So what I do to do this, just wet your brush. You can use water, you can use Fix Plus. I go into Americano from Makeup Geek right here. I use my pinky as a balance point on my nose, and then I just for my blush, I'm going to take NARS Angelica. Mine is in a pan form. I think this is the 168 angled brush. And then I'm also going to put a little bit of Margin from MAC over the top, which is kind of a random color to add with this, but I don't even care. I'm actually going to try the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle. This used to be the only highlighter that I owned for the longest time because I got it right when I was getting into makeup, but I haven't used it in years, so I'm gonna try it. It's really pretty. For my lips, I'm gonna use this 22C Aqua lip pencil from Makeup Forever. And then over the top, I'm going to apply the Dainty lip gloss. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is actually the first time I'm trying out this gloss. I'm gonna add a little bit of the Metallic Rose lip gloss from Anastasia because this turned out a little bit lighter than I wanted. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of this, see how this looks together. The lighter one was just a little bit too light for my taste today. Sometimes I like that bright pink lip, but today I just wanted it a little bit less bright pink. Oh God. So that completes everything for this makeup look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching the video and learning how to do this look. I am just so excited about all of these colorful looks that I have in my mind. So this is first of many. I'm just really excited. Whoa, I just almost fell. I'm just really excited for all of these colorful spring summery makeup looks. If you want to see a full in-depth review of the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation, I did use it today and I filmed the review. It will most likely be up before this tutorial, but if you'd like to see that, I will have already linked it in this video, but I'll make sure I also link it down below in the information box. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you for subscribing and commenting. Leave all of your video requests and recommendations and whatever you want down below in the comment section, and I will talk to you guys down there. Thanks for watching. Bye.